In the autumn of 1945, the ruins of Nagasaki still smoldered with the memory of the atomic blast. Amid the collapsed homes and blackened streets, a U.S. Marine Corps photographer named Joe O'Donnell was documenting the human cost of the bombing, a task he later said left wounds that never fully healed. One afternoon, as he walked near a temporary cremation site, O'Donnell noticed a lone boy approaching. He looked around 10 years old, thin, barefoot. His spine held unnaturally straight as though discipline was the only thing preventing him from collapsing. On his back, secured with a rough piece of rope, hung his baby brother. Carrying younger siblings was a familiar sight in wartime Japan. But O'Donnell sensed immediately that something was different. The baby's head hung back too still. His arms did not move. And the boy's face was the face of someone who had already seen far more than a child ever should. He stood in line silently. He didn't shift his weight, didn't wipe the sweat or ash from his face. For several long minutes, he simply waited, expression unbroken. When the masked workers finally approached him, they untied the rope with slow, practiced movements. It was then O'Donnell realized the truth. The child the boy carried was already gone. The men lifted the tiny body and placed it gently on the cremation fire. The boy did not shed a tear. Instead, he bit down on his lower lip until it glistened with blood. He kept his back straight, his eyes fixed on the flames until the fire dimmed, like a sun sinking behind a ruined horizon. Only then did he turn, bow slightly, and walk away without a sound. The image O'Donnell captured that day, later titled "The Boy Standing by the Crematory" or "The Standing Boy of Nagasaki," would become one of the most haunting photographs of the 20th century. But for decades, he kept it hidden inside a trunk, unable to look at it without reliving the moment. Years later, survivors and researchers tried to uncover the boy's identity. In 1979, atomic bomb survivor Yasutoshi Fukuhori, still haunted by his own trauma, dedicated himself to collecting images of Nagasaki's immediate aftermath. When he encountered this photograph, he launched a personal quest to find the boy's name, but despite years of effort, he found no definitive answer. Another man, Masanori Muraoka, believed the boy might have been a childhood friend. He even recalled meeting him after the bombing, hearing the boy say quietly, "My mother isn't here." Muraoka gathered small clues and filled notebooks with possibilities. Yet he, too, ultimately reached the same heartbreaking conclusion. The child's name had vanished with the ashes of the city. In 2020, NHK released a documentary titled "Searching for the Standing Boy of Nagasaki." Medical specialists analyzing the photograph proposed that the boy may have shown signs of radiation sickness. Subtle bleeding around the nose and eyes, possibly from searching the blast zone for his family. The film placed his story alongside the countless orphans of the atomic bomb, children forced to navigate a world that had been reduced to ruins overnight. To this day, we still don't know who the boy was, but the photograph remains an unflinching reminder of the human cost of war. A moment of impossible strength from a child carrying both his brother and the weight of a world that had fallen apart.